The Mighy Nein animated show goes in a new direction, the Cosmere RPG breaks records, and Paizo's OGL moment.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekend news update. Today we're talking about the latest Critical Role episode, a brand new update on the Mighy Nein series, and a rundown of a ton of tabletop RPG news. Now remember, if you like these kinds of videos, be sure to like and subscribe so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
Compelling and rich.
The latest episode of Critical Role was a bit of filler, but we did have some positive developments, and also, yes, spoilers coming for the latest episode of Critical Role. It seems certain that we'll be getting a new Mighy Nein one-shot. The group was volunteered to head to Ruidus by the Bright Queen, likely to deal with the Weave Mind, a group of Raelorians who act as kind of a psychic conduit to Predathos' mind. Good news is, the Mighy Nein has lots of experience with weird psychic baddies. So, expect that to happen probably soon. We also got some character development with Ashton interacting with the Bright Queen showing an interest in the beacon-like thing in his head. Breus is teasing a possible swerve to good, or maybe he's just setting up an even bigger betrayal, and Dorian got a new version of his Gambler's Blade that's even deadlier than usual, and he talked to his father for the first time since his brother passed away. That was a little bit sad.
Do you believe in me? That's all I've ever wondered. Do you believe in me, Father? Is it so hard? Why do you pause?
Oh, and in classic Bell's Hells fashion, with a looming deadline for the possible end of the world, the party, of course, is taking a side quest to the Fey Realm based on a tip from Imogen's mom to try and take down the Malleus Heather. But honestly, over half this episode was about Chetney's Furniture and Toys fan club, the Sea Poppers, or as Breus put it,
and we have a guy who makes chairs.
The Mighy Nein animated show could make some big departures from the original Critical Role campaign. Speaking with EW earlier this week, Travis and Sam mentioned that the Legend of Vox Machina's upcoming third season has some deviations from the original campaign. However, Travis also added that the Mighy Nein show would be different from the original storyline, which of course played out over the course of like 100 plus 4-hour-long D&D sessions streamed over the course of several years. After talking about some of the differences between the Legend of Vox Machina and the original Critical Role campaign, Travis said that they took the same approach with the Mighy Nein show. His quote, "It's almost like how we took Season 3 of The Legend of Vox Machina with that slight divergence from what was really more of a canonical telling and starting to experiment with changing the storyline up. The Mighy Nein is from the get-go a complete departure. You're still going to get the things you love and the story moments, but the way we've gone about it is a totally different approach, and we think one that people will love. We're going to be sounding the alarm very early in that you're coming into the characters that you love, but a totally new story. Now, the new show is expected to hit in 2025.
But I want it now!
The Cosmere RPG has officially broken the record for biggest tabletop RPG Kickstarter ever. We literally had to re-record this segment because the RPG broke the $9.533 million Kickstarter record set by Avatar Legends today, like literally mere minutes ago. Obviously, big congrats to Brotherwise and Dragonsteel teams for making history, and now our next question is, can they break 10 million?
So we're in it for the long haul. We hope that you'll be in it for the long haul, and that we'll be able to keep your excitement and to be worthy of your trust as we build this out from Roshar into all the planets of the Cosmere.
A quick clarification on our previous video about the D&D Beyond switchover to 2024 rules. A lot of people were concerned if players who have had their spells switched over automatically to the 2024 versions would have to pay for that content. From what we understand, the answer to that is a resounding no. All of those changes seem to be free, and our guess is because the Player's Handbook spell list will also be put into the basic rules and the Creative Commons list with a possible handful of exceptions.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
A new adventure is bringing back the D&D cartoon kids to save Uni from getting poached. The adventure is described as followed. Uni the unicorn's horn has been magically stolen, and it's up to you to find it. Who could be behind this nefarious deed? Go on an adventure featuring beloved characters from the classic Dungeons & Dragons cartoon series while using the 2024 Player's Handbook rules. Level 4 characters will be provided along with rules references for the 2024 core rule set. Now, this adventure is debuting at PAX West in the coming weeks, and based on what we've heard about the adventure, the game will actually let you play as the D&D cartoon characters, and also will probably feature Kalek as the bad guy. I'm sure I said that name wrong, as opposed to Venger, because, you know, that guy is on the promo art for this adventure.
It's about damn time.
Paizo briefly had its own OGL moment, which they quickly squashed and corrected this week. Last month, Paizo terminated its long-standing community use policy, which basically allows fans to use Paizo IP in some unofficial free projects. They replaced it with a much more restrictive fan content policy that went over basically like a wet fart. This week, Paizo announced that they had restored the community use policy with a few changes, and that they would also be keeping the fan content policy for those who wish to monetize their project. Their quote, "Paizo's community is the foundation of our success, and we deeply appreciate all of the hard work and passion you bring to our spaces. We apologize for this misstep and look forward to a long, bright future for community projects inspired by our work. Thank you for all your outreach, feedback, and difficult conversations throughout this process, and above all, thank you for being a part of our community." Man, it's really nice when a company admits that they did something wrong and quickly fixes it. Take some notes, other larger companies in the space.
Stay on target.
And finally, a new trailer has been released for the upcoming War of the Rohirrim anime movie, which will come out later this year. As we've discussed before, the new movie will tell the tale of Helm Hammerhand and his defense of Rohan from an army of barbarians. The series seems to mix Lord of the Rings movie aesthetics and, of course, the classic Lord of the Rings soundtrack with the sort of stuff you'd expect out of Swords and Shield fantasy anime. The new movie comes out on December 13th, 2024.
You do not seek an alliance. You seek a throne.
You will live to regret this, old man. He's dead. You will pay for this with your life.
The boy I knew would never wish for war.
The boy you knew is gone.
Fire!
There's so many of them. I pledge to fight for my king.
You know nothing of war.
I'm the fastest rider you have. People need hope here.
Well, that's all the news that we have for you today. Let us know what your favorite story was in the comments section. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.